Hi everyone, Linda here again with you from Gunlet Lane Jewellery. I've got a beautiful link for you this week. It's a really simple one to make, and if you stay to the end, you'll see some beautiful pieces that I've put together using this link. As I said, it's really simple to make. It's you know, nothing over the top or anything like that. It's just a beautiful little link that makes some beautiful jewellery. So as I said, stay till the end and see what I've put together to give you some inspiration, and I'll just grab all my supplies now and we'll get going with this video. Okay, let's get this link made. So I've cut off a piece of 18 gauge wire here at 10 centimeters and made sure I flush cut it and just straighten it out, you know, just with your fingers as much as you need to, depending on how twisted up your wire is. I've got my 6-step pliers here, and I'm going to come in roughly about 2 centimeters. So I'm leaving a 2 centimeter tail here, and it's very simple, guys. Like, it's a quick and easy one, but it's a great one if you want to practice your spirals. Yeah, so if you want to, you know, get in on there and get a little bit more practice for your spirals. So we've got that shape there, just a teardrop shape. I'm going to grab my flat nose pliers. I'm just going to turn this over now and just estimate where once you've made one, then measure the next one up against this one here to get, you know, as accurate, like, what do I want to say, as close a shape to this as what you can you know, you can get. So make one and then use that as your template. That's what I wanted to say. My goodness. All right, so I'm going to grab hold of this wire here and I'm just going to straighten it up like that. So we've got that shape here, and I'm going to grab this here like this, and I'm just going to try it with my right hand. I am right-handed. Why did I change hands? Silly me. And I'm just going to bend this wire over now. Just trying to keep those as close together as you can so that they wrap over evenly, like that. So we've got that looking like that now. Grab hold of it again, and we're just going to push this wire around. Bring it around like that. Straighten it up if it's not out of shape like mine just did then. Push that in so it's nice and snug in there, and give that a crimp down like that. Then bring your wire around one more time. Turn it around and just flatten it into place. So no major techniques or anything there, just simple. You just wrap it around the way it's comfortable for you. You just need 2 wraps like that. Okay, then we're going to come in with round nose pliers. Grabbing the end of it with the end of your pliers, grabbing the end of the wire with your pliers. Turning that loop. Gosh, I hope I was on screen then. I think I was. I don't know why I want to keep going up the back here. Maybe that's because where I normally work when I'm you know, not on camera. I'm going to trim this up here. Anyway, if it was on camera, I just turned to loops, so, you know, nothing major. I'm sure you can manage that without having to see me do it. Close that loop up. I just trimmed that off a little bit then, so I get a nice nice round circle there for my spiral. Now you can just pick up your flat nose pliers now and start spiraling, or you can use your round nose pliers and just get that started just by turning it like that. And we're just going to spiral in. You know, I might not always have a lot of technique in my tutorials when I'm doing these links, but the whole idea of them is to give you ideas for links for your chains, but they also make other components as well. So like for bracelets, for earrings, for, you know, you can just use them in so many things. So just because it's simple, it doesn't mean it's not beautiful, and it doesn't mean it's not versatile. Okay, so I've rolled that in now, and just to make it easier for yourself, just pick your, so supporting this here, pick your spiral up like this and lift it up and over to get it to sit into place. And then I want to pull it down, up a little bit to get it to sit there like that, so it's sitting lovely like that there. Okay, I'm going to grab my bench block. I always seem to use the bench block, don't I? Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to get this. Now, you could leave it obviously like that if you wanted to. That's totally up to you. But I would hit it with the rubber hammer if you're going to leave it without changing the look of it. But I'm going to hammer that part of it. So I've just hammered the bottom part there, which gives it that lovely shine, and just added what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I can't think of it. If you can, goodness, the words just won't come to me sometimes. Okay, so I've still got my bench block out. I'm just going to grab my, God, I hate it when that happens. My rubber hammer now, and as you can see, this is sitting up a little bit here. Now, you don't want to hammer it with your rubber hammer and push it down inside the your shape here. You just want to gently, just very gently, give it little taps, and you're sort of tapping up towards the top here a little bit, just to flatten it. You don't want to, you know, move it down, like move its position. So just light little taps like that, just to move it in closer. So that's all you need. You just don't want it sticking up so it's catching on anything. Okay, put those away. And now we're going to turn our loops. So we're just going to put it over our finger, bend our piece of wire over here, grab the cutters. And just give that a trim up. Around those pliers again. Oop. Hold on to it. And turn the loop. And just check it out. Straighten it up if it needs it. Okay, and that's our little link. Now you can make these into earrings, of course. You could just turn your loop the opposite way and put a, you know, so it's facing sideways, and put an ear wire in it, and that's finished. You can add beads, you can do whatever you like. When I come back, I will show you some pieces that I've made and give you some inspiration ideas to for your own jewelry making. All right, won't be long. Okay, back with you. So before I show you the pieces that I mentioned earlier, you know, different ideas for your jewelry, I thought we might add a bead to this one. So I'm going to turn this into a pair of earrings. So I've turned the loop at the top sideways, and I've got this little string of crystal faceted beads here. So I'm just going to cut that, get one off. Those aside and put them away later. Then I'm going to grab a piece of 28 gauge wire, You could use 26 if you wanted to, as long as the wire fits through your bead. And you don't need very much of this. I'm going to say about that much. So that's probably, I don't know, 12 centimeters, something like that. Just a quick idea for you. I just thought I'd add this in. No, it's more than that. It's nearly 17 centimeters, which is nearly 7 inches. Yeah, I thought I'd add this in because it was a pretty quick tutorial on that. So, and my last one that I put out was pretty quick as well. So I thought I'd give you a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to put that into the center there, like that. And this demonstration here is more for people like newer people. But if you don't know it, then maybe you'll learn something. So I've got that sitting in the center there. I'm just going to pull that wire across, and this is a good way to get it so that your bead sits so you don't have that bit of wire. You know, sometimes your hole sits towards the top and you've got that bit of wire showing. It's not 100% foolproof, but it works most of the time for me. Okay, and then just squash that in a little bit. Straighten those up. I'm going to pop them through the center of that hole there. And then pull them down so that the bead is sitting snug inside there. Grab each side of one of the wires. And just pull and pull till your bead is sitting nicely in there, which mine looks like it is. And then I'm going to hold that there, grab each wire, pull it to the side, and then I'm just going to wire up this wire on the side, the frame. So a few wraps, pulling it in nice and tight. Tell you, since I had my nails shortened yesterday, oh, so much easier. I don't know how other people do it with the really long nails. I've got no idea. I can do everything else, you know, that I need to do, but except when it comes to wire wrapping, I just can't grab hold, especially the little things. So anyway, if you're enjoying this tutorial, if you wouldn't mind please giving me a like down the bottom, I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like to share the video as well in your socials or with friends. And also, if you're not a subscriber, if you'd like to subscribe down the bottom there. And if you're watching through your phone, apparently there's this new thing called Hype. And I can only find it on the phone. It doesn't look like it's on a laptop or your desktop or whatever. Just make sure you push these wires up too so they're tucked up there nice and tight like that. Yeah, so there's a Hype button down the bottom. If you could, and apparently you can do it more than once as well. So if you could give me, you know, if you're watching on your phone and you're able to do it, you can give me a hype. I'd muchly appreciate it. All right, I just twisted those wires off so I've got no sharp bits there on that, and that's our little crystal sitting there nicely at the top. And what we'll do is add an ear wire to that. Open that up a little bit more, Linda. Oh, come on, get on though. Try it up this way, see if this works. I don't know why all these things always happen on camera. Now I've put that on back the front. No, I had it right the first time. I thought I did, then it looked like it was wrong. I still have to open that up more. There we go. Okay, so you could have just that on its own. You could add a little drop on the bottom of that. You could pop another bead in the center here if you wanted to. So that's that one. And I wanted to show you this one that I was playing around with as well. So I just messy wrapped a crystal drop, and I've hung it by a jump ring here. Just make sure you've got a jump ring the right size. Trying to fit a smaller one in doesn't work, let me tell you. So I think that one looks quite nice and very interesting. But you could also hang this crystal from the bottom if you wanted to, and maybe put a crystal up the top there, so you've got that there, and you know, just play around with it, get your groove going, like your artistic, creative imagination happening. And that one's not going to go on there either. What am I doing lately? Goodness, Linda. And yeah, just have some fun with it. That's what it's all about. If you're not having fun, then don't do it. It shouldn't be stressful and all of that sort of stuff. So that's a couple of different ideas. Obviously you could put different, you know, different beads. You don't have to use crystals like I've used there, whatever you want to use. Get these out of the way. Oh, actually, I'll just move those up there so you can keep looking at them if you want to. Get those out of the way. And this is a necklace that I made using this link that I've shown you today. Also made a clasp there so that, now I've probably got that on upside down. I have a clasp so that it's all blends in. Trying to get this all the way up the right way. Oh my goodness. Okay, nearly there, Linda. Oh, my stomach's starting to rumble. Always something to embarrass you. All right, so this is just a short necklace. It just sits at what did I make it at? I think it's 17 inch, because I thought the 16 inch was just a bit too small. 18 inch wasn't hanging exactly where I wanted to, so it sits just at the base of your neck, and not tight. So, but you can make this any length you want. I'm just showing you what I made, and I've just added a little garnet bead to every second link there. You could put one on every link, or you don't have to put any on. It's just, I'm just giving you ideas. So that's the necklace. Then I did a little pair of earrings to match the necklace. That's them here. Hopefully you can see those. So that's just a little grouping of garnets hanging at the bottom of that one. Then I did this pair here. Come here, come here, come here. It's all twisted up. Just let me untwist this for a sec. Okay, these are a little pair of studs. So Tracy, another pair of studs for you. So you know, you don't have to put the 3 drops on. You could have 1 drop, you could have 2 drops, you could have 10 drops, whatever you feel like making. And I staggered the size, so I've gone from smaller to medium to larger, but you also too can go, just depending on what mandrel size you use, make these up, you know, any way you like. I've just added some little 3mm citrine faceted beads there to those, which catch the light and sparkle beautifully. So that's another idea for you. And what else have I got? One more. I only made one of these because I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead with this one. Just to mix it, because this sort of reminds me, even though it's a spiral, it reminds me of a peony rose. So I made sort of like a peony rose looking thing down the bottom and just hung that one there. So that's just another idea. You know, I try to come up with as many ideas for you guys as I possibly can, you know, just to give you some inspiration. Anyway, I will post all of these on my Facebook group, along with other pieces that I've made that I don't make here on YouTube. This is an example here. Excuse me. This pair of earrings. Oh, goodness, come here. I'm trying to get them to turn around the right way. Those ones there, so we're posting those on my Facebook group. If you're not a member of a Facebook group, then you miss out on things like this that I post to give you inspiration. So if you'd like to join the Facebook group, I'll leave a link down the bottom. It's a private group, so it's a safe group. So there's no scammers or spammers or people trying to sell you things or anything like that. Lovely, lovely group of people. We're over 500, almost heading towards 600 now. You get a lot of inspiration there. You can ask questions if you've got, if you need advice or anything like that. There's myself there. There's other people there that can give you a hand with that. Yeah, so anyway, as I said, I'll leave a link down the bottom. And please don't forget to like, give me a comment too, guys. Like, I love to hear what you think about what I make, and even ideas for tutorials. If there's something you really like to learn or you'd like to see, whatever, please just leave me a comment down the bottom. I think that's all I've got to say. So I will catch you guys all next week. Have a good one, and remember to go out there and make something beautiful and have fun while you're doing it. All right, guys, bye.